Mr. Chairman, thank you very much to the panelists. Thank you for taking time to be here. I hasten to say that I'm probably not going to yell at you. I will not live up to the things that we've been accused of today, but I will say that I want to defend some actions that are being taken. I remember a few years ago when Boston had 2 illegal aliens who were they were known as criminal aliens, but they were known as on the watch list. They created a bomb that went off at the Boston Marathon. Only killed a couple people, but caused huge disruption. And it brought to light that the administration at the time and prior administration had allowed people who were on watch lists that we understood, terrorism, criminal, and we were allowing them in the country. We watched forward as we moved about the rule of law being ignored. United States of America allows 1 million people to go through our process, the largest amount of anywhere in the world, 1 million people, and they go through a process. And I spoke at one of these ceremonies, naturalization ceremonies last May. And I spoke to the people that were there. And they all unequivocally stated, thank you to the United States of America, but they learned what they were entering, what they were expected to do, that their customs from where they came from, some could be kept, but the things which did not correspond to American law now needed to be followed, that they were going to become American citizens, not where they came from, but they wanted to be Americans, and they had to follow those rules and regulations or laws. That we were very open to them being here and that they could legally perform the duties that they wanted. What has caused this mismatch is more than just the Boston bomber or people being killed, but rather the public interests in looking at what the charade that it caused all across this country, in particular in larger cities. Chicago, yes. New York City, yes. Other cities around the United States where people felt not only threatened, but it was activity that was seen as unbecoming to people who should be where they were and giving respect and thanks to a group of people who were allowing them to be here, i.e., a city that was not going to arrest them. But you see, what we really understood is if you were here illegally, they weren't going to arrest you even for a crime. They might have arrested someone who was a citizen and put them behind bars, but unless they really created a heinous circumstance, they were not going to be arrested. And so this created an aura around the United States that the American people understood. And that is one of the reasons why you saw the American people not only vote with their hands, but vote with their emotions about the need to bring back not just law and order, not just rule of law, but the ability that we had as an American people to rethink the entire issue. And I do understand you think that this is all broken in Washington, D.C. because you disagree with it. But what we've been allowing is the next president, whether it be Barack Obama, whether it be George W. Bush, whether it be Donald Trump, whether it be Joe Biden, to insist upon their own way instead of the law. The laws have been misguided, they've been misused, and they are taken advantage of. I think what we're trying to do today is to hear from you, not as we're accused, but rather thoughtful people, to hear you talk about your cities, the things which you encounter, and the things which you think are right. And by and large, and I've been in and out of this committee today, but we by and large heard it's more safe. It's not less safe. It's more safe because of what we do. And yet it comes at a cost and a price, and it creates circumstances. So I want to thank you for being here. I want you to remember that not everybody yelled and screamed at you. Some people actually showed up to listen. And that is what I did today. I want to thank each of you, because your modeling that you have been doing is something that we do need to pay attention to. Mr. Chairman, I yield back my time.
Very good.